Alright, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Leaf Eclectic football to get into. When we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC Collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and even live. Also, you mentioned the operators necessary, so link down in the description. Boom. Alright. You've got Nico on this one. Alright, well, let's hope that you have picked right today. To be fair, the Nico spot for you has been pretty money. Box number 1, C.J. Donaldson Jr., 5 of 5. Kendrick Law, die cut, 1 of 5. Gavin Sawchuk, 7 of 7. And Ryan Williams, 9 of 10. If you told me that was Crusade, I would believe you. Really like that design. Box number 2. Nico and Avery Johnson now. No pressure, no pressure. Jordan Hudson, 7 of 9. Jaquan Jackson, 1 of 8. Jonah Coleman, hot flash, 8 of 10. And dual auto, Kyle Williams and Zevi Eckhouse, 10 of 10. That'll be going to random.org here at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either one of those guys. Or if you were wise enough to buy both spots, let me know. That way we don't have to take that to a random after all. I think that's probably the most common thing that we hear is that people forgot to check the duals and triples to see if they needed to buy anything besides their guy. Always a good idea to check and make sure. Box number 3. You have an encased card in here. See what it is. Inscribed. Deuce Knight. Heisman loading. I like that confidence. Javon Baker, 2 of 10. Isaiah Davis, 5 of 8. And Ryder Lyons, 1 of 8. I believe this one also has an encased. Regularly scheduled PSA that you can weigh boxes, so be careful buying any kind of loose boxes from anywhere you don't trust. TJ Finley, 80 out of 300. Jaden Voisin, 3 of 7. Die cuts for DJ Uigalele, 4 of 4. And Garrett Nussmeier, 1 of 5. Nice. Luke McCaffrey, 8 of 10. Roderick Robinson, 4 of 9. Luke Grimm, 6 of 10. And Duran Burgess and Jalen White, dual auto, 2 of 6. Lawrence Arnold, 8 of 10. Jaden Richardson, 4 of 9. Tyron Tracy Jr., 6 of 6. And triple auto for Hank Brown, Peyton Thorne, and Walker White, 1 of 9. Pop's entry is in 20 minutes. That is correct. Give or take 20. Monterey Foster Jr., 4 of 4. Rasheen Ali, he really used up that white space, 8 of 10. Kendall Milton, 4 of 10. And triple auto, Ashton Daniels, Elijah Brown, and Tiger Bachmeier, 5 of 9. Box of 8. Rashad Dubinion, 6 of 6. Jalen Coker, 6 of 7. And 1 of 1, Warren Sapp. Boom. And dual auto for Jason Witten and Jay Novacek, 7 of 10. That's cool also. Box number 9. Jalen Lane, 4 of 9. Gage Alarbadan, 2 of 6. Michael Hawkins Jr., 1 of 7. And Cam Ward, 4 of 10. Nice. Box for 10. Die cut for Jawar Jordan, 3 of 6. Rashad Owens, 5 of 5. Amari Evans, 2 of 4. And Joe Montana. Valiant effort, 9 of 9. Boom. It's been a good break for the old heads. Box number 11. Byron Brown, 5 of 6. Amar Johnson, 1 of 4. TJ Harden, 5 of 7. And G-Mac, George McIntyre, 6 of 8. I don't know if Joe Montana is going to fall under less expensive guys. Bottom box of the break, box number 12. Good luck, everybody. Jordan Travis, 7 of 10. Will Pauling, 3 of 4. Ulysses Bentley IV, 7 of 7. And Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price, 1 of 1. Dual auto. Boom. And that is a solid way to close this out. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break and being here with us on a Tuesday morning. Gonna go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second, and then we will take care of the randoms, of which we have several. Several of them. You have Love and Price? Oh man, I love you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. All right. For the hits, C.J. Donaldson Jr., Kendrick Law, Gavin Sawchuk, Ryan Williams, Jaquan Jackson, Jordan Hudson, Jonah Coleman, Deuce Knight, Javon Baker, Isaiah Davis, Ryder Lyons, TJ Finley, Jaden Voisin, Garrett Nussmeier, and DJ Uigalele. Luke Grimm, Roderick Robinson, Luke McCaffrey, Jaden Richardson, Lawrence Arnold, Tyron Tracy Jr., Kendall Milton, Rasheen Ali, Monterey Foster Jr., Rashad Dubenson, and Warren Sapp, 1 of 1. Boom. Jalen Coker, Gage Larvadane, Michael Hawkins Jr., Jalen Lane, Cam Ward, Jawar Jordan, Rashad Owens, Amari Evans, Joe Montana, Byron Brown, Amar Johnson, George McIntyre, TJ Harden, 1 of 1 for Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price, Ulysses Bentley, Will Pauling, and Jordan Travis. He may never break again at this point. He's about to be boarding a flight, so it'll be a long time before you hear from him again. Xavier Eckhouse and Kai Williams, Durham Burgess and Jalen White, Jay Novacek and Jason Witten, Hank Brown, Peyton Thorne, Walker White, and Ashton Daniels, Elijah Brown, and Tiger Bachmeyer. All of these will be headed to random.org here in a few minutes. Got 5 of them, well, a few minutes, few seconds. We'll get these taken care of and squared away. You have to rethink doing this? Well, we'll see. We'll see what we got for you. Yeah, he'll be back next week. Don't worry. You'll hear from him again, but he's only in front of the bright lights in the camera when I'm on vacation, which very rarely happens. So it'll be a bit before the next time he's doing the camera work. Like I said, we just need to get in sync. Alright, we've got random the door pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Gonna be through a high to be valid for us. 5 times on each random, starting off with Xavier Eckhouse and Kyle Williams. That is 4 times. Final roll. Then is Kyle Williams coming out on top. Next up is Durham Burgess and Jalen White. Final roll. Durham Burgess Jr. taking it home. Jason Witten and Jay Novacek. Really cool one. Final roll. Jay Novacek with the win. On to the triples. Hank Brown, Peyton Thorne, and Walker White. Final roll. Hank Brown taking it home. And final random to take care of is Ashton Daniels, Elijah Brown, and Tiger Bachmeyer. Final roll. Elijah Brown. All right, that will do it for Eclectic Football. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break. We are on to, what is it? Leaf Metal Pop Century here in just a second. So we're going to get that set up and good to go. And I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know when we go live and eBay Live. Also, you mention the refer to this link for link down in the description. There you go. Alright. Good luck, everybody. Looks like eBay Live is having problems reconnecting. Internet went out briefly there in that little intermission. And to support the channel, even if it's just having the stream time chat. Hey, I appreciate having an active chat. It's a lot better than just sitting here rambling to myself, you know? Just saying names and moving on. Start off with Elizabeth Olsen and Summer Rae. Sada Baby, 7/7. Dave East, 2/7. And Redemption, going to the redemption spot. And Sarah Michelle Gellar on card at a 500. Box number 2. Oh, we're going to have to go to a random. Because we've got Robert Carradine, Brian Tochi, and Curtis Armstrong. Triple. And Henry Winkler. Oriani. Out of 20. Laura Flynn Boyle. 1/1. Chevy Chase. 1/7. Nathan Morris, Wanye Morris, Sean Stockman, 1/1. Boom. That is going to be a fun random. Stay tuned until the end of the break. Let's see who takes that one home. Alan Richardson. And printing plate 1/1 for Sean Stockman. Stephen Bauer, 1/4. Jamie Presley, 2/2. Bryce Dallas Howard, out of 25. And Christina Applegate, 5/8. Laura Flynn Boyle. And James Vanderbeek. Gianni Paolo, out of 25. Pete Best, out of 25. Dale Bozio, the original Gaga, 9/15. And William Shatner. On card inscriptions, 33/100. Duel, Jeffrey Dean Morgan and John Bernthal. And Bo Derek. Adriana Barbell. 4 of 8. Chrissy McNichol. 1 of 2. Kelly Riley. 7 of 25. And Alyssa Milano. 1 of 1. Boom. Box number 6. Leslie Jordan, RP, and Wanye Morris. John Travolta, 5 of 6. Amber Rose, 6 of 8. That's a funny one. William Shatner, 4 of 6. And Gina Davis, 6 of 6. You and Kanye both. And a lot of other people. But Ernest Thomas and Ron Howard. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Chumlee. 11 out of 20. Miss Famke Janssen. 2 of 4. Engelbert Humperdinck. 1 of 1. And Paul Rudd. 1 of 1. Nice. That's a fun box. Also, it's Humperdinck. Have fun with that one. Helen Hunt. And hey, it's that one card. Paul Rudd. Nice. Ooh, Corey Taylor. Nice. A little jealous of that one. 3 of 6. Federico Castelluccio. 1 of 10.
Trade the truth.
2 of 15. And Miss Amelia Clark. 1 of 1. Boom. This has been a fantastic case. Pete Best and Duel from Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Griffin Dunn, 3 of 4. Susie Quattro, out of 25. Jennifer Carpenter, 12 of 15. And on card, in case, dual auto, Chevy Chase and Christy Brinkley. 7 of 10. Boom. Good luck on that random. Wow. And final box of the break. This one's heavy, so it's got another encased one. Just loaded this case up. I love it. Miss Famke Janssen and Heather Locklear. Frank Fair, 2/2. Selma Blair, 8/10. Edward Furlong, 1/3. And final card will be Efren Ramirez. Vote for Pedro. 124 out of 150. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break as always. Really do appreciate it. We do have more cases of this as well as 2024, 2023, 2022, etc. So look forward to having y'all back in here for some more pop. And let's go ahead and get the hit recap taken care of so we can head on over to the randoms. We have a couple of those. Starting off with Summer Rae, Elizabeth Olsen, Sada Baby, Dave East, Mystery Redemption, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Henry Winkler, Oriani, Laura Flynn Boyle, Chevy Chase, Alan Richardson, 1/1 printing plate for Sean Stockman, Stephen Bauer, Jamie Presley, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Christina Applegate. Laura Flynn Boyle, James Vanderbeek, Gianni Paolo, Pete Best, Dale Bozio, William Shatner, Bo Derek, Adrian Barbal, Christine McNichol, Kelly Riley, Alyssa Milano, and Leslie Jordan. Wanye Morris, John Travolta, Amber Rose, William Shatner, Gina Davis, Ernest Thomas, Ron Howard, Chumley, Famke Janssen, Engelbert Humperdinck, Paul Rudd, Helen Hunt, also Paul Rudd, Corey Taylor, Federico Castelluccio, Trade of Truth, Emilia Clark, and Pete Best. Griffin Dunn, Susie Quattro, Jennifer Carpenter, Famke Janssen, Heather Locklear, Frank Fair, Selma Blair, Edward Furlong, and vote for Pedro, Efren Ramirez. And now for the handful that we got to go to random.org for. We've got 5 of them. Duel for Jeffrey Dean Morgan and John Bernthal, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, and dual on-card inscription auto, Chevy Chase and Christy Brinkley out of 10. Robert Carradine, Brian Tochi, and Curtis Armstrong, and Nathan Morris, Wanye Morris, and Sean Stockman. 1/1. All right, we're going to head over to random.org real quick and get this taken care of. We'll catch you back here in a few seconds. Let's see. What do we have after this? We have 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes Multisport coming up in about 5-ish minutes by the time we're done. So see you guys back here for that as well. To random.org we go. It's just such a fun name to say. I don't know if his parents intended that, but I enjoy saying Engelbert Humperdinck a lot. Looks like we were never able to reconnect to eBay Live. Feel bad for those guys. Hopefully one day they get the servers figured out so this doesn't happen. we've got random that are pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Gonna be 3 or higher to be valid for us. We're gonna go 4 times on each random, short, sweet, and to the point. Starting off with John Bernthal and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Bottom roll. Jeffrey Dean Morgan coming out on top. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Bottom roll. Mel Gibson taking it home. Chevy Chase and Christy Brinkley. 1 of 10. 7 of 10, excuse me. Can't read that. 7 of 10. On card dual auto. That is 3 times. Final row. Christy Brinkley. Congratulations. That's a nice one to pick up. Triple for Robert Carradine and Brian Tochi and Curtis Armstrong. Bottom row. Robert Carradine staying on top. And finally, 1 of 1 triple auto for Nathan Morris, Wanya Morris, and Sean Stockman. Bottom row. Sean Stockman taking it home in the end. Congratulations. All right, that will do it for 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century. Really do appreciate y'all being here. And like I said, we do have multiple years of Pop that we have up and running. And we also have more 2025 specifically. So we do look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon for that. And we are on to 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes Multisport. Get you back here in a few minutes to get that taken care of. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Video. We got 1 case of 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes Multisport to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save it as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and even live. Also, to mention the no purchase necessary for link down in the description. All right. Good luck, everybody. 45 cards in total. Let's see what we got. Nico and a few other guys. All right. I'll be on the lookout for a few other guys. Lenny Wilkins, 1 of 9. Ricky Henderson, 3 of 5. And Tony Perez, Big Red Machine, 62 out of 100. Tim Hardaway, out of 15. Steve Nash, die cut, 1 of 1. Boom. And Johnny Football. Nice. 61 out of 100. That's my quarterback. Ward or dart, please. You said it in all caps, so I think you're serious. Raheem Rocket Ismail, out of 15. Mike Schmidt, 5 of 5. And Magic Johnson, 3-time MVP, 22 out of 150. On card. Steve Garvey, out of 10. Reggie Jackson, out of 35. And that's a nice one. Archie Manning, Jim Hart, and Joe Theismann, 1 of 15. Triple auto. That'll be going to random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that. Dominique, out of 15. Maya Hamm, out of 6. And Lennox Lewis, out of 25. You have Theismann? Well, good luck, my friend. That's one of the other guys, I take it. Dylan Gabriel, out of 15. That is a wrong quarterback for you, my friend. Quentin Rampage Jackson, out of 35. And Emmitt Smith, out of 35. Gary Payton, out of 35. Barry Larkin, 1 of 1. And Maya Hamm, Alex Morgan, and Hope Solo, 1 of 6. That's also a cool one. Halfway point, box number 8. Archie Griffin, 6 of 6. Mike Piazza, 6 of 6. I threw the Pine Tar home run. Goose Gossage. Inscribed, 3 of 100. Tony Oliva out of 35. DJ Lagway out of 9. And Terry Bradshaw, John Stallworth, Mel Blunt, and Donnie Shell. 5 of 5. Quad auto. Boom. Andre Reed, 3 of 8. Johnny Bench, die cut out of 25. And Carlos Alcaraz, 14 of 15. Hines Ward out of 15. Nick Dunlap out of 25. And 1 of 3, Conor McGregor. Archie Manning, 8 of 15. Brett Favre out of 15. And Sean Kemp, inscribed, 39 out of 100. Gary Sheffield, 1 of 6. Joe Montana, 2 of 15. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, 16 of 100 on card. Boom. Box number 14, Raleigh Fingers, out of 15. Joe Klico, on card, out of 100. And 1 of 1, Messi. Lionel Messi. Boom. Win City. And final box of the break. Box number 15.
Good luck, everybody.
3 cards in a dream. Bill Parcells, 4 of 9. Shaquille O'Neal, 5 of 8. And Jim Kelly, 63 out of 100 on card auto. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Spending a little bit of your Tuesday here with us. Do have plenty more multi-sport stuff from Leaf up and available, so look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. Hopefully we can repeat how good this case just was. All right, we have 3 cards that we need to go to random.org for, so stay tuned for those. And for the hits. Lenny Wilkins, Ricky Henderson, Tony Perez, Tim Hardaway, Steve Nash, Johnny Manziel, and Raheem Rocket Ismail. Mike Schmidt, Magic Johnson, Steve Garvey, Reggie Jackson, Dominique Wilkins, Maya Hamm, Lennox Lewis, and Dylan Gabriel. Quentin Rampage Jackson, Emmett Smith, Gary Payton, Barry Larkin, and Archie Griffin. Mike Piazza, Goose Gossage, Tony Oliva, DJ Lagway, Andre Reed, Johnny Bench, Carlos Alcaraz, and Heinz Ward. Nick Dunlap, Conor McGregor, Archie Manning, Brett Favre, Sean Kemp, Gary Sheffield, Joe Montana, Giannis, Raleigh Fingers, Joe Clico, 1 of 1, Messi, Bill Parcells, Shaquille O'Neal, Jim Kelly. And for the triples and quad, Archie Manning, Jim Hart, and Joe Theismann, Maya Hamm, Alex Morgan, and Hope Solo. And Teddy Bradshaw, John Stallworth, Mel Blunt, and Donnie Shell. Alright, we're going to head to random.org for these. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with that in just a minute. For the rest of you, thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate it. It does mean a lot to have y'all here. Alright, let's get these randos knocked out and taken care of. Find out who has ownership of one of the best cards I've seen so far out of this product. I love the quad here. Be a little bit better if it had a bust on it, but take what you can get. No War to Dart either. No, sir. We did get Dylan Gabriel and DJ Lagway, though, so I think it's a numbers game for him. What kind of stars from each sport they're going to allow in. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gonna roll some dice, gotta be 3 or higher to be valid for us, and we're gonna go 10 times on each random, starting off with Archie Manning, Jim Hart, and Joe Theismann. That is 9 times, final roll. And Joe Theismann coming out on top, congratulations. That is at least some consolation to you. Maya Hamm, Alex Morgan, and Hope Solo. That is 9 times, final roll. Hope Solo. Congratulations. Going to be taking that one home. Just hope that you don't get abused by her. That is apparently a thing that she likes to do. Terry Bradshaw, John Stallworth, Mel Blunt, and Donnie Shell to close us out on the randoms. Quad auto. That is 9 times, final roll. It is Terry Bradshaw staying on top and taking it down. Congratulations. All right, that will do it for us for today. Thank you guys again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. We look forward to having you back here sometime soon. And until next time, have a great rest of your Tuesday.